So in NBA 2K24, there is card grading again. It is a little bit different this time round because obviously there is no auction house anymore. They've decided to change it with player market, meaning you don't actually sell your cards anymore. It's predominantly sell back value for MT and just general exchange. There's nothing actually where you could go and sell, for instance, your Kevin Durant at a 10 flawless for an X amount of price. I don't know. I'm a little bit off when it comes to no market because it adds almost a single player vibe to it where you have to either buy the packs, then have to really buy packs to get players, then exchange it to get more players, but then it doesn't really give you any value of coins. You have to then pretty much buy your way to a same single market. It makes no sense to me. So in terms of card grading, now we can't actually sell them. As it says, send your cards away to our team of experts and grade your cards to increase the sell back MT value. So for instance, if there is an MT value of 100, if you was to do this and obviously get a solid rated, you then would be able to sell it back or sell it for more value. Whether this really works or this becomes a thing, I really like the grading. I think it adds a collection vibe to it. Trying to then not only get the best cards in the game, but also get them in a 10, in a 9, in a higher rating that you possibly can. It adds an extra little element to it, but not being able to sell them is going to be a big one. So as we see here, you can send your cards out to our expert team at My Team Authentic Card Grading Service. A card that has been graded will sell back for more MT. Cards can be regraded up to 3 times. Choose 1, 3 or 10 cards at a time to send away for grading. Grading multiple cards reduces the time it takes to complete. Final cost and grading time will vary depending on the cards in your order. So realistically, I would suggest only your best cards going. So we've got, obviously, like it said, grade 1, 3 or 10, you get a 15% discount on 10, 10 on free, and also just 1 is a standard. So if we was to select a card, say we go with our best card at the moment, it is a brand new game, we'll go with the kind of first card, that would take 45 minutes and also 280 points. If then, for instance, we was going to go and grade 3 cards, it was going you, and then we'll go with another 80 as well. Yes, that's fine, because obviously as well, what it says there, basically, some of the cards are in the lineup, so if you obviously send these off for the 35 minutes that you're doing, you are not going to be able to actually play with these cards. So if you plan on playing at the time, then obviously you can't play with them specific ones. And finally, whether I've got 10 cards that are even worth doing is beyond me. We're just going to try and put all of them in. Obviously, it will just be purely on research basis. You must have 2 players in your oh, okay, yeah, that's brilliant. So we can go, okay, how do I go change? I want to go with who's not in my lineup. It would help massively. I don't even think I've got 10 cards not in the lineup at the moment. So we can kind of gather that with obviously the free. We can go and say view checkout. It will give 35 minutes. I could imagine with 10, it might be about 15 to 20 minutes, I could imagine. And obviously with a 10% discount, you've got 280 per one. Say we was to do the exact same, you just work out a 15% discount. So if you obviously have monster cards that you want to put in from the start, obviously special cards, 99s and all that jazz, then obviously it would be a higher price, but at a discount worth doing for the 10. So potentially that could be the move, unless you are kind of just doing one at a time, and that is kind of just the way you do it. In terms of like the value back, like we said, I don't think this is going to be the best kind of service at the moment, and I must admit the auction house, judging from every other Ultimate Team, My Team sort of game mode I've played, the auction house, the transfer market is going to be vital. So this is purely now based on a complete how much of a collector are you. That is going to be what it's based on, because you can't go and buy graded cards. You physically have to go grade them themselves. From my knowledge, I don't believe there is a specific number that you can get. Like, you could do 10 of them in a row and all 10 could get 10 out of 10. But then again, as we go again, it could be 1 out of 10. It's very unlikely that it's going to be lower than 5, say. But there is no actual percentage. It's just luck of the draw. So you're going to have to keep doing the same card over and over again. For me, I'm not a big fan of that. But that is how you do card grading.